Last time on Minions and Misfits, suddenly from the center of the floor arises a stone beast.
This is just getting better and better.
Kill it! Kill it!
Caves of Terror. I don't know why they call it that.
Welcome back to our lovely boys, Gorfit and Weehawk. The two of you and your captured friends? Question mark?
Yeah. Friends who
are all
can't leave.
Yeah, the perfect kind of friend. All returning from the Cave of Terror. You all successfully navigated the treacherous caves, found a new ore, found some weird little areas down there. You're not sure exactly what's going on, but got some stuff to report at least to good old Tuk Tuk. So, you're also kind of coming back as celebrities of a sort, as you're the only people to have ever returned from the Cave of Terror.
Oh, fantastic. I think in which case, Gorfit definitely gets back up on garbage, and they're doing the fancy royal prancing into camp.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
Just
absolutely.
plop, plop, plop.
Oh, yeah. He's totally trying to get the Gloods to do the queen wave. I don't think they're into it.
I think they're probably still unconscious.
Oh, that's fair.
If they're not unconscious, they are
Screaming.
like stunned into a stupor by the sunlight.
Yeah, seriously. They're like, what's happening? What is any of this?
They think they're people.
Oh look, he
So-
thinks he's people.
So what is going through y'all's head as you are heading back to camp as potentially the next new celebrities of the pile?
Weehawk's first thought is he's like diagramming in his head where he needs to kick Tuk Tuk's door so it'll just come off the hinges this time.
I think Gorfit is like laying out his new apartment in his mind. He's like, I'll put the rib cage here and the mat there, and then I'll eat in that corner.
That corner's my eating corner.
That's my eating corner.
The rib cage goes in my luck corner. The wolf pen will go in my money corner. He's like doing goblin feng shui.
I want it to be very
Gob
closed
shui.
concept.
Close concept.
I know that the loan. What is it called? The not the return rates. What's the thing for like buying houses nowadays that are going way up? The
Interest rates?
yeah, the goblin interest rates are going way up. So I'll owe like
Gotta
5
lock in this
mushrooms
fixed
by the
rate
end of the month.
mortgage.
Oh yeah. Have to find myself a good realtor.
Oh man. Dude, Goblin Realty would be just the best thing.
Hang on, we're gonna stop this podcast right now.
We found this lovely cave back in the Southlands. It only has
Now it's a
16
little far
bats.
away from everything.
Yeah.
It's right on top of the mountain. You'll love the view.
The bat guano is a turnoff for some, but just think what the crops you can grow with it. Anyway.
Any fertilizer.
He is grinning, cheek, ear to ear,
Cheek to ear.
Yeah,
Just a
cheek to
lopsided
ear.
turn.
It's like, what goes that way.
Boy. Okay, so you guys make your way back. The Gloods, we'll say, are unconscious. Just
Yeah.
tied to garbage as you guys are
For
coming back
convenience
in.
sake.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're both just absolutely basking in the shocked looks that we're getting from goblins all around the
Oh, yeah.
village.
As soon as
Oh.
you get back,
And I feel like he definitely would like lean down to Weehawk and be like, "Hey, so are we killing Tic Tac? Like, because he did this to us. Like, should we just kill him?"
That's a good question, Gorfit, and it's been running through my head too. Here's what I think. I think we bide our time.
How do you bite
Or-
time?
Once you figure it out, it's really delicious.
Sounds like it. Oh man. Okay, I'll bite some time.
bite the time. No
Bite
problem.
the time.
Yeah, you were getting just stupid, stunned looks from everyone in the street as you guys are
Absolute
street strong word.
gawking.
Yeah, just the mud pile as you guys are walking back through. Several different goblins are just kind of looking up at you. There's a couple that run up to you and are like, what was in what, how?
All will be answered in good time, people. Weehawk just steps up to Tuk Tuk's door and just like is rubbing his foot on the ground, just getting ready for a solid kick.
Yeah. Give me a good strength check. Let's see how good your kick is here.
Okay. Dice don't fail me now. That's a straight 17 off.
Oh
the
my
die.
gosh. Yeah. Yeah, it's hanging on by a singular hinge. You just, you just
Brilliant.
bust that door in.
Oh,
Tuk Tuk says, "What?
Ha!
Wow! Whoa! Weehawk!
you didn't think you could get rid of me that easily, did you?
You guys survived."
I'm here too.
Oh, hey, what's up, Gorfit?
What's up?
Survived, he says. We're back and better than ever, Tic Tac. Look what we brung you.
You brought me a new door, I hope.
And he just points to the 2 Gloods hanging off of the back of garbage.
What?
Whoa, hold up. Those are not for him.
What are those?
Friends. Those are my new friends. But we did bring you back something. And the Gorfit kind of waits there for a second.
Tuk Tuk looks expectantly.
2 new allies. And he kind of points to Weehawk and himself.
Are you suggesting a triumvirate?
You know, I wasn't. But now that you say that. Well, actually, you know what? Politics is a bit messy. But
Especially goblin politics.
oh, yeah. As he thinks of the 5 recent chieftains who have been killed violently.
In the
actually,
last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I just figured you don't want people who survived the terror cave back and on your bad side, right? I mean, surely.
This is true. This is true. What do you have in mind, huh?
I mean, for one, you promised me a cave, and also he has stuff, and so I back up.
And boy, howdy, did we find a lot of caves in the terror caves.
You found some caves in the caves?
There's a whole, like, city down there.
Oh.
A cave within a cave within a
A
cave.
cave within a caveception.
And we found a bunch of this stuff. And Weehawk pulls out a chunk of the ore and just shows it to him.
Oh, shiny.
Which
Let me see. Let me get my grubby little fingers all over that.
he just hands it to him.
Yeah, he kind of starts fiddling with it and peering around and looking at all different facets of it. And he's like, "Well, this isn't iron."
Yeah, as far as I know, iron doesn't glow teal like that.
Yeah, not so much. Huh. Well,
But there's
clearly
more
you're made
where
of,
that came from.
Clearly you're made of stronger stuff than I gave you credit for. So I think we'll get an expedition down there immediately. I think that'll be a good thing. But for now, I need a new door. And I need a... this could be a new era for the pile. I like this thought. Let's see. If you... Oh, I know exactly what to do. You guys get a promotion, first off. So congratulations. You've brought a whole new thing here. So I would like you all to go on a raiding party. You've been promoted. Congratulations.
What?
What,
I know you never been
what
able to
would
raid before.
Weehawk,
It's only for the top.
what would Weehawk's promotion be?
His promotion in this case is him just allowing you to join the raiding party, which is normally for the top guard here. Yeah.
Okay.
Promotion's a strong word.
I feel a rivalry with Scrim incoming.
Oh yeah, Scrim will be here for sure.
Do we at least like get a day off first?
Well, good news. It's a whole day's travel for the raid. So,
But what will I do with my gloods?
that is an excellent question, isn't it? Also, what's a glood?
Glad you asked. Do you remember those stories of the sunken goblins? And like doing the little finger thing next to his head when he says sunken goblins.
Cue prestidigitation like sparks around his hands as he talks.
Jazz hands.
Yeah.
Not the sunken goblins.
Oh yes, the sunken goblins.
The ones who got swallowed by the earth like decades ago.
And apparently spit back up right next door in the terror caves.
Well, that's them. And he kind of, puts
Oh,
his
that's
finger.
what those are.
Yeah. They're still working on learning Goblin, but it's coming along rather nicely.
Would you
Yeah, I've
mind
got
a
to admit,
demonstration?
Gorfit's been doing pretty good with that.
Well, I love a demonstration. What you got?
And he kind of taps one of them.
The one that we
He
taught.
raises his head up real groggily.
All right. Who's your best friend?
Gorfit.
Eh. What is also
Eh?
your name?
Gorfit.
Good. And then who is speaking right now?
Gorfit.
And who am I?
Gorfit.
Very good, very good, very good. And last one. I promise. Last one. Who do you want to stay best friends with forever?
Gorfit.
Brilliant. He kind of knocks him out again. See, perfect English.
Tuk looks over. Are you teaching him Common or are you teaching him Goblin?
What are we like more? What do we speak more? Cause I know
You speak Goblin pretty much exclusively in the camp.
Yeah.
You can speak like a broken Common of sorts. But
Oh,
like,
then
yeah.
we're speaking like we are teaching him our Vulgate.
Yeah.
I feel like teaching a goblin, an under goblin, normal goblin is easier
Real
than
goblin.
than teaching them common.
There's
Goblin
probably more similarities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Royal Goblin.
It's their language
royal
is like
gob.
The Queen's Gob.
their language is like some kind of deep dwarf goblin pigeon dialect, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It's like weird
Yeah, it seemed to be a
hybrid
mixture of like
language.
deep dwarf, old gob, like, weird mixtures, an old ancient dialect kind of thing.
Old gob is just the language that was spoken like 2 years ago.
Yeah, old gob is, it's like it's like the Old English.
Goblin language evolves quickly, but it does not improve at all.
No, it just keeps changing.
The slang just changes.
The slang changes week to week. Okay. Tuk looks over, kind of like confused, but also mildly impressed at your teaching of this little glud. And he says, well, it's not nothing. I'll take it. We'll see how they go. What do you want us to do with these things while you're raiding?
Well, we don't know how they're going to react to open sunlight.
Yeah, how'd they do on the ride over?
Well, they've been unconscious the whole time. So
They
Gorfit,
were just really tired.
There was no like searing of flesh though or anything like that.
And as he
not
says
that
that, Gorfit like kind of as subtly as possible
It's
looks
like-
over to make sure there has not been any searing of
No,
flesh.
you're good. Yeah, yeah.
it's like patting out a burning spot on their shoulder.
Yeah, the smoking area.
Well, Gorfit, why don't we just keep them holed up in my cave while we're gone?
Oh, that sounds perfect. And then we can get it. We can get a guard from our friends. I think that's probably the best plan.
You have friends here?
Well, Weehawk does.
Oh, that works for me. So I need a bunch of new shinies for my new leader tent that I'm putting on the surface. Because right now I just got this cave down here, and I figured if I'm going to be leading a whole new era of the pile, I should have a leader tent. You know?
Gotta get closer to the pile.
Yeah, it makes me more accessible, I feel. People really need to get, a good amount of tuk in their lives so they can know what we're doing.
Can never
Oh,
have
yeah,
enough
people,
Tic Tacs.
people are gonna love to get some more tuk in their lives.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. So I'm going to set up a leader tent while y'all are gone. And when you get back, well, I'm not going to set it up. I'm going to have my bugbears set it up. But you all need to get a bunch of new shinies to fill in my tent, please, during this raid. And I think we'll be in good shape. Scrim will help you out. He'll get you all set up. He's the one leading the raid. He always does. So go talk to him whenever you're ready, and he will let you guys in on the action.
Sounds good.
Also, bring me back a new door.
disappoint.
Bring me back a new door.
We
real.
might disappoint. No, I'm just kidding, Tic Tac. We'll bring you a new door.
Yeah, well, I would show you
We
the
can't-
door, but it's barely hanging on, so just go.
Weehawk just like walks out the door and then leans back in and like hits it like the Fonzie to just make it fall off of that last hinge. And just marches.
Bring me 2 doors.
Sorry, didn't hear you, Tic Tac. Just like gone.
Oh, man. Okay, so what are y'all doing before talking to Scrim?
I guess we better deposit the Gloods in Weehawk's
Deposit the Gloods.
residence.
Man,
Shay
what a
Weehawk.
phrase.
Chateau de Weehawk.
Who can we trust to watch the Gloods? That's the real question.
Well, there is an older goblin by the name of Anti-Olgthy, who watches a bunch of the like little gremlins.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
A valuable
we,
service.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we get Anti-Olgthy and kind of instruct her. They're kind of like if you are watching rabid wolves, Don't let them die, but also don't let them loose.
So toddlers, got it.
Exactly.
Kind of gives it
They're just
a
like
pause
big-
for a second and kind of nods. She gets it.
They're just like big gremlins, big toddlers.
So what kind of payment will I be receiving?
Weehawk produces another chunk of the ore from his bag.
That's a pretty nifty shiny right there.
Yeah, and if you do a good job looking after these guys for us, we'll show you where we got it.
Oh, okay. You got yourselves a deal.
Well, that was easy.
Whatever the goblin equivalent of a handshake is.
Yeah, what is the goblin equivalent of a handshake? Let's flesh out this word a little bit.
It's just a hug.
I think that's why
Gorfitz
Gorfit
is a
would like
hug.
it.
Yeah.
I think it probably involves spit in some way.
I was gonna say it definitely involves some sort of bodily fluid. Yeah, gotta have some spit in there.
There's like one cartoon where like they kick each other's butts for deals. I don't know.
I feel,
What cartoons have
I
you
feel
been
like
watching?
what
buddy?
if-
Maybe we should cut this part out of the podcast. just bends over. All right, you kick it. Come on at the deal.
I feel like because no goblin deal involves anything, like no goblin deal goes down without something being exchanged up front.
Yeah.
I would imagine they like clasp hands around whatever is being exchanged and then both spit on it,
I like that a lot, actually.
or they clasp
Does this
hands around it
include
and
the
then,
gods?
and then spit at each other's feet or something like
Or
that.
is it just the ore?
So do we wrap our?
I think it's just-
Yeah.
I think it's just the ore.
Okay. We'll go for that then. Yeah, you guys wrap hands around the ore. And do you spit onto the object or do you spit like onto the ground next to you guys?
I feel like spitting onto the object is funnier.
Have you ever thought about how our customs instantly devalue the things that we're trying to?
Goblin spit is just a part of the equation when it comes to living in the pile.
Right.
I guess.
Maybe we spit on each other's hand. Like we clasp hands around the object and then spit on each other's hand.
That
It
works.
really makes like going grocery shopping really terrible.
Well, good news. Y'all are about to go grocery shopping.
I guess.
Goblin style.
Is there like a place to like get goblin gear? Like I feel like if they work
So there's
for
a blacksmith.
Well, yeah, but I feel like
Yeah.
if their job is to provide for the tribe, does like the tribe provide like any essential goods for the hunters?
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
great.
There's no support system here.
Yeah, no, this is much more of an
Anarchy.
this is much more of an anarcho-syndicalist commune.
Yeah.
Than,
Yeah, you're all anarcho-communists. Come on.
You know that explains a lot.
Okay.
no, if we were communists, there would be somebody providing us
Oh, that's
goods
true.
for free.
Yeah.
But this is more like anarcho-capitalism.
Yeah, anarcho-libertarian.
Yeah,
Every gob for themselves.
right. This
okay.
is imagine the Fountainhead, but with goblins.
Oh, what a concept. That'll be our next podcast. Okay. So, any other items of business you want to take care of before heading out?
Don't think so.
He's gonna beat out the mat that he wears for armor, just to
Oh, yeah, your little poncho.
It's just-
Yeah.
What, like one of his possessions is a carpet beater,
Oh yeah.
like one of those old fashioned like rat.
Oh, my gosh.
Ooh,
carpet
did I get a
beaters.
new part? Did I get new accommodations or anything? Actually, now that we mentioned.
So he said you will have a cave, but you got to kick out the previous tenant first, and so they got to deal with all that.
Oh, that's fair.
So once you get back from the raiding party, he said the cave
Oh,
will be
so
ready
I don't
for
have to
you.
kick it out. They're gonna because I thought
They'll
like,
handle
okay.
it. The bugbear will do it.
Oh, great.
So, Scrim has a cave, right?
Yeah.
So perhaps if Scrim's cave suddenly didn't have an occupant anymore when we got back from the raiding party, old Gorfit here might have a cave waiting for him when we
Now,
get back
Scrim
from the
is
raiding
like
party.
the top dog besides the chief.
Yeah,
He's
and
the head raider, head scout.
Weehawk hates that about him.
Yeah.
So then, would it be our goal in this misadventure to get him out of the picture?
Ooh.
Yes, if some sort of misfortune were to befall him while we were in a dangerous situation such as a raid, then
No one will bat an eye. Instant promotion for Weehawk.
right, I could get Scrim's job.
A
You could
battlefield
get
promotion.
you could get Scrim's cave.
Looks like we're on a mission to kill Scrim.
You can have a nice little room off to the side for Gorfit Jr. and Gorfit Jr. the Third.
Pardon me while I make up a stat block for Scrim real quick.
Man, only what 15 minutes in, and we've already we've already pushed this card off the rails.
Oh yeah.
Always and forever. Okay.
But what about teamwork? I mean, all for one and one for.
We're a team.
That's fair. Yeah, that's true.
That's the nicest thing Weehawk's ever said to Gorfit.
Yeah, after Gorfit showed like his ability to just outright murder something that catches him by surprise, Weehawk sees Gorfit in a new light now.
It's good to have friends.
It's good to have friends, especially ones that you steal.
Right.
Okay, so you've got
Professional
your stuff
friend
from
snatcher.
your hut. Anything else you want to do before grabbing Scrim?
I think just how much would a saddle cost for a friend? Garbage.
We'd have to get one custom made for a wolf like that.
Garbage.
All right, let's go to the custom maker of custom saddles.
Yeah, there's a leather worker here.
Okay,
I feel like a
Gorfit's gonna
goblin
kind of take garbage out. What?
I was gonna say, I feel like a goblin leather worker mostly just specializes in lightly stitching together other found pieces of leather.
Pretty much, yeah. It's very much a cobbled job.
Although I'm sure we get lots of pelts from
Yeah, there's lots of
animals we
tanning
hunt.
happening. Like when you get over to the leather worker, there's like a bunch of pelts just like tanning in the sun out there hanging on a rack.
But also some middle-aged goblins just out there with like the little like tinfoil mirror.
Also
thing.
tanning, yes.
Yeah.
Getting some
They
nice
got like
leather skin.
They got like a long hobbit style pipe just hanging out of their mouth while they're just
Just laying back and getting some rays.
two rocks just on their eyes.
100%.
Perfect mental picture.
Love it. When you get there, the leather worker, Squee, we'll call him, comes up and is like, "Well, what can I do for you?" He's a
hey,
very
Mr.
old-looking
Squee.
goblin, like one of the older goblins around.
I didn't know you were still living. So this is my wolf. His name is Garbage. Garbage, say hi.
Or
Nice. And so you see how I've been using this nice little like sweater for his saddle. It's I won't lie, it rides up a little bit, and it's not the best look. And I figured since I'm getting up there with the tribe, I'm actually going on the raid today. Or you could maybe give me a.
You're going on the raid?
That's what I said.
Gorfit Timrick on a raid.
That's right, Mr. Squee.
He takes like a long puff from a big cigar that he's smoking, and he comes back over and holds up your little excuse for a saddle that you have currently. Kind of looks at it.
It's
like,
literally just a blue,
literally just a
baby
sweater.
blue sweater. Yeah.
He's like, "So you want something like this, or you want like a proper saddle?"
I want an actual saddle.
Oh, okay. So you came here for an upgrade.
Do people come here for downgrades?
Not a downgrade per se, but sometimes that's what they get.
Guess that's fair. Yeah, I want to upgrade, please.
A side grade at least.
Yeah, an adjacent grade.
But I mean, if you do give me an adjacent grade, please give me a sweater that goes with my complexion.
Oh, you're pale,
Green,
skinny.
slightly charming in a roguish way.
Swarthy by goblin standards.
Swarthy.
Kind of like a Goblin Ryan Reynolds vibe.
Wow.
Big words.
All right. Well, if you bring me back, let's say 4 big shinies, I can get you a real nice saddle. And if you want to bring me 3 big shinies, then I can get you a pretty good saddle.
What about this? And he pulls out a piece of the ore.
That's one good shiny right there.
You're killing me, Smells. Okay. We will work on that. I will bring that back.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Conversion rate between pieces of gold and big shinies.
It's an excellent question. I have no idea. I'm sure if
We'll
you got
find that
enough
out
gold, though,
later.
you'd also say yes to that in the raid. So,
Oh, can we take a long rest? 'Cause I don't know if we've had. I mean, I guess we're all fully
yeah,
rested.
we could take a rest here,
Yeah.
though, and you guys
We-
will level
well,
up as
we-
well. So,
We long rested
to level
before
3.
we long rested before we dove down into the cavern.
That's true.
And we didn't encounter anything in between.
Yeah,
then
you
and
didn't
now,
expend
so-
anything, so if you want to create a quick power
Oh,
nap
yeah.
before you go to Scrim, sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we're leveling up too?
To level 3, yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were already.
We leveled up our characters between sessions.
Yeah,
That's right. Oh, well.
in the timeline that we don't speak of.
But yeah, in
In the gas leak.
in universe, we are taking a power nap to power
To
up.
level up real quick. Yeah, power nap, power up. Good times. Okay, you awake fully rested, recovered, and slightly stronger. Or in
I feel
Weehawk's
more
case,
powerful.
much stronger.
I feel like
Okay.
straining my eyes to see in those caves made my dark vision better.
Yeah, weird. It's like I just stretch them a little bit and like, oh, there you go. Got to stretch those eyeballs out.
I couldn't say for sure, but I feel like I could see up to an extra 30 feet in the dark if I were to try.
That's oddly specific.
The benefits of having a good morning regimen. Just
Get
like
lots
wakes
of
up in the
vitamin
morning
A.
and yeah, wakes up in the morning, just stretches his eyes, just
I can picture like a Written and Stimpy style, like
Oh, yeah.
disgusting close up of Weehawk stretching his eyes.
I'm good, thanks. Okay, so you are congratulations level 3. So for our lovelies out there, what are your subclasses now at level 3?
Gorfit, you want to go ahead?
I have none because I'm
Why is that?
because sneak attack is really great at lower levels. So I am a level 2 bard and level 1 rogue.
Yay!
I am a brogue.
A brug.
A brogue.
A Broog.
Or
A Rard.
A rard.
I feel like Gorfit would call it a Rard.
He's a rar.
I'm a rard.
Rar.
And Weehawk actually did get a subclass. He is a Gloomstalker Ranger.
Whoa.
Which, let's face it, if we all read all of the options, Gloomstalker is the best one.
It's pretty great, especially for a goblin.
Yeah, for as much gloom as we're stalking around here, caves, forests,
100%. I'm over here with my banjo.
I can actually do damage now.
Wow, that'll be nice, especially to raid. Might need to have to do damage, or when
Yeah.
you're trying to kill Scrim.
Weehawk
Who says we can't do both?
has gone from floating like a butterfly and stinging like a butterfly to floating like a butterfly and stinging like some sort of wasp.
That's the saying. Nailed it. All right. Now that you guys are all
Or
powered
maybe
up,
a bullet ant.
a bullet ant. Dude, fire ants have to be like the bane of goblins.
I'm sure we
So
probably
terrible.
season our food with them or something.
I
Yeah,
think
right. That's paprika.
I think if we're being honest, goblins are the bane of goblins.
Oh, that's deep, bro. Okay.
Of course,
so-
it's just like, have you ever thought about how we are our own worst enemy a lot of the time?
we really just get in our own way constantly.
I would be amazed to see how much progress would happen in a goblin colony if no murders were allowed for like a week.
Oh my gosh, dude! Can you imagine?
It's like
We'd
a
immediately
reverse
take over
purge.
the whole region. Yeah, the reverse purge.
The purge. and
One
the-
day, you're not allowed to kill or maim anybody else
Yeah.
in the tribe.
No swindling, no stealing, no murder, no maiming. Instantly take over the entire region.
Right.
So much infighting. Which you're about to participate in, apparently. So,
Yes.
yes. Speaking of infighting,
Is it technically fighting if we just arrange for somebody's accidental demise?
yeah,
It's a
depends on who
living.
you ask. If you ask the Italians, no. I say this as someone who's half Italian. But yeah, powered up. Scrim comes and finds you guys actually, and he says, "Well,
Hey,
guys,
buddy.
How's it going,
Buddy.
Scrim?
Buddy's a strong one. Hey, what's up, Weehawk? So apparently you guys,
Scrim and Weehawk give each other the nod.
yeah,
Gorfit goes for the fist pump.
he just looks at it and then starts talking again. He said,
Aye, dude. Aye.
apparently you guys have been promoted to the raiding party. It's a pretty dangerous setup usually.
Apparently is right.
I mean, you might be proud of yourselves right now, but it gets ugly out there. So
Ugly is right. And he kind of gives a wink to Weehawk.
I heard that.
Just like looks at him quizzically.
Quizzically is right.
It's a compliment in Goblin. Come on.
Imitation truly is the only form of flattery that goblins know.
Scrim says, so when you're out there, there's a couple things the chief didn't tell you. Number one, we're not just out there to get shinies. We're actually critically low on supplies, so we need to get a bunch of that too. He never keeps track of these things, so. Any
So
questions?
Scrim, in the last 2 weeks, out of the last 5 or 6 chieftains we've had, how would you rate Tic Tac?
That's a good question. One I'll answer later.
Fair enough. Shall we hit the road?
Please. It's a full day's journey out to the little human village that we frequent.
It's a full day's mosey.
Full day's mosey. If you want to head on that way, we'll be all right. If you want to ride garbage, you're more than welcome.
Woo!
You could also take one of our wolves if you'd like.
I think Weehawk would take a rental wolf.
A rental wolf, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get
Should
a
I
nice...
take garbage or a rental wolf?
What do you think?
Probably garbage, right? Gorfit loves garbage.
I don't know. Is Dylan the type of guy who'd kill garbage on episode 4?
That's for you to think. And
It's
me to
only one
decide.
way to find out.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't feel
Alright,
like
he's
Gorfit would
taking-
leave garbage behind. He's too attached.
Yeah, because is this like the stigma, is this like World War One bringing out horses, or like Revolutionary War bringing out horses? Is it something like something like these are probably going to die, or these are...
You
know
know
what I
that
These are our
Scrim. You
friends.
know that Scrim has had his wolf like since he's become like the chief scout.
Okay,
You
so
like
it's not like...
raise him up from a pup or something.
Yeah,
Something cool like that.
something cool like that.
So-
Something cool like that Weehawk has been intensely jealous of as long as they've known each other.
So did you say that you think that Gorfit would leave him at home, or...
I think Gorfit would always take it with him. I think Gorfit's obsessed with
Yeah.
garbage.
Oh, for sure. Okay.
Yeah,
I was wondering. I was like, I feel like you probably... Yeah. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
While they're like getting all geared up, I feel like Gorf would lean over to Weehawk and be like, "So you know how we had planned? I'll call it Plan 1, which was to kill Scrim.
Yeah.
Well, here's my thought. I mean, he seems like a pretty solid guy, both in the fact that he seems hard to kill, but also like he'd do his job better than TikTok.
I see
And
what you're saying.
we could align ourselves with him by being real good. And maybe we keep our promotions. We can encourage him to kill TikTok. Or not. I don't know.
Gorfit,
I'm not
I
paid to
gotta
think.
say,
Thank God for that.
maybe you should be though.
I like how we went from plan to kill Scrim to plan to align with Scrim.
That seems
the span
pretty
of 10
Goblin,
minutes.
though.
It does.
We've gone
It
from
does.
plan 1 to plan A.
That must be the name of this episode, is Plan 1 to Plan A.
100%. Absolutely, yes.
That kind of just wild swing of intentions it suits Weehawk exactly, I think.
We were going
yeah.
to kill you 5 minutes ago, but now we've decided to make you our king.
Turns out you're
Weehawk's
actually pretty
just
cool.
He's just like rubbing his chin. As jealous as he is of Scrim, I feel like he probably dislikes Tuk Tuk more than he dislikes Scrim.
Yeah, I feel like you guys
And
pretty
with
much
this
hate
plan-
Tuk Tuk.
With this plan, he still gets Scrim's job, which is really what
Hey.
he wants, more so than Scrim.
He's
being
after the
dead.
position. Yeah, he wants that title. Wants that.
Yeah.
All right. Scrim comes back up to you guys and he's like, "Will, you ready to ride? Huh?
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right.
Totally.
Here's your
And he
big
gives-
brown wolf. Can load up.
I'm
He's already
right.
got a saddle.
Which
I don't
one's
know if he's
bigger,
got a
the
name
wolf?
already, but I'm gonna call him Dirk.
Garbage is actually a pretty small wolf,
Oh,
all things
great.
considered. But he's still pretty big for Gorfit.
It's like the Goblin version of in like a cartoon where one person's riding on a horse and the person behind him is just on a mule or a donkey.
Yeah. You actually found a fox. It's not a wolf. Sorry.
Honestly, Garbage just has to ride on my shoulders. That's kind of how this has to
Oh my
go.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, you guys have a full day's journey through the forest. Nothing of note really happens because Scrim knows all the good passageways through everything. So you dodge any deadly
just us
traps.
three?
It's the three of you plus two others that you haven't really met before.
What are their names?
One second. Goblin name generator.
Gorge and Jingo.
Their names are Tusp and Chask.
Huh.
okay.
They're not
I like those
important.
They die right away.
Yeah.
In fact, when you ask them their names, they die of shame.
They die trying to think of a name.
Yeah, like and they just keel over. No, they're along with you. They're
No,
also
they get
riding wolves.
there.
they get distracted and fall off their wolves and just get
Yeah.
trampled.
Down the line. Nice. So there's 5 of you total.
All right, so
A
Scrim,
tiny little raiding party.
Scrim navigates us through the woods.
Quite efficiently. Yeah, you're actually quite impressed at how well he navigates you through because you know how dangerous the woods can be and you know how wild it gets in there sometimes.
Weehawk is taking detailed notes.
Excellent.
On what?
His arm.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, he is probably just scribbling like
Just some
on his
charcoal.
arm, his
Just-
hand.
The minute
It's
he
like the
puts the
goblin-
sleeve back down, it just gets all erased.
It's like the goblin version. It's like the goblin version of the guy's tattoos in Memento.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I feel like Gorfit would be playing his banjo because that's what he always does when he rides Garbage, just like stringing it along. How is everyone else reacting to that?
Scrim seems pretty nonplussed by it. He's kind of just like, all right, cool, yeah, some riding music. That's fine.
Weehawk's gotten used to it at this point.
Yeah,
I like Scrim. This guy's pretty great.
yeah. There's a couple
Should-
portions of the ride where he's like, all right, you got to keep quiet because this place is pretty dangerous and don't want to draw any attention. But otherwise, he's like, yeah, you're good, just play.
Sweet.
I'm picturing the banjo part of "It's Not Easy Being Green," the Kermit the Frog song.
Oh my gosh.
It's,
Why
I'll,
are there so few songs about goblins?
It's hard
Gorfit
to
is
be
doing his
green.
best to remedy that.
That's the saying, right? It's hard to be green.
It ain't easy
It
being a goblin.
it ain't easy being us.
Yeah, it ain't easy being Weehawk. Okay, so we're just gonna push through the travel. You guys get to the village. It's literally a full day's ride. You camp through the night. You guys go out. Do you guys talk to Scrim at all during that kind of camp night, or are you just kind of keeping to yourselves and chilling?
I feel like Gorfit couldn't resist talking to him.
That's
so what's
true.
your
Yeah.
deal, man?
I
What do you
think
mean
it's-
my deal?
Like, what's your deal, man?
What makes me tick?
Yeah.
Well, I always liked riding, always liked exploring, liked to find what I could out here.
What about kinging? Do you like kinging?
What do you mean kinging?
Like,
Like
let's
playing
say
checkers. You know that human game checkers that everyone plays all the time?
this is a very telling conversation. You know that? I would like. What if TikTok? I don't know. Slipped on a banana peel, and got poisoned and died. And you became the king. Like, what do you think about that, huh? He kind of puts his fist right under his chin and kind of gives a broad smile.
Weehawk is like, what I think what Gorfit is trying to say is, if, say, part of the pile were to collapse onto TikTok's new tent,
And he got poisoned
where
and
would
died.
how would you feel about that?
Well, I'm sure as you're aware that our dear leader Chief Tuk Tuk is not what you would call brightest gob.
No, as I
wouldn't call
recall,
it
he
the-
got the position completely by accident.
Well, actually, he can be cunning when he wants to be. He did collapse a whole cave on top of the last chief in order to kill him and take the position. He just used some dynamite.
Yeah, that's the last time somebody tried to use dynamite. Everybody involved died. So
Yeah, it was not pretty. We kind of put a minor ban on it, but then everyone got really excited about the mayhem, so it didn't last.
the ban lasted approximately 15 minutes.
Yeah, that was the limit. Now, I don't think you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting, which would be goblin treason.
I feel like goblin treason is not that big of a deal.
No, it's really not. That does happen very frequently, in fact.
When you say
But no,
treason-
this is purely a theoretical. This is like the fifth question I ask my friends besides what's your name, who are you, what's your
What's
favorite
your
food,
deal,
and
man?
what's your deal? Yeah, what's your this is number 5. What's your deal, man? Is number 4.
Okay, well, it's a weird way to introduce everything.
What's your deal,
but-
man? Is the classic lead into this conversation.
Yeah, it's the only way to really bridge the gap.
I mean, when you think about it, we're having a conversation right now, which means it was a successful conversation starter.
Yeah, I guess it is quite an icebreaker, and
Gotcha.
Huh,
He kind of
okay.
puts out his fist again.
he reluctantly bumps it.
Yes.
Yes. When you say treason, I think of the reason for the season.
Which is treason.
You should write a song about that. Not right now. So I don't really want to be chief. Gonna be honest. Now, I don't particularly care for Tuk Tuk either. But the chief's a lot of responsibility, and I kind of like my position here.
So who should be chief instead of Tic Tac?
I mean, pretty much anybody would make a better chief than Tuk Tuk.
Looks like we're going from
self-obsessed.
plan A
So, I
to
mean-
plan Alpha.
Which is, you lost me.
So, I mean,
So,
if you want to
if
take over
someone-
Tuk Tuk, then feel free. But, like,
If someone were to arrange an accident for Tuk Tuk, you wouldn't be sad to see that accident happen.
not particular. As long as I get to keep doing what I'm doing, I'm happy. I make the place run at this point, but I don't have to deal with all the meetings and all the garbage of everyone asking me for stuff all the time.
When he says garbage in that derogatory way, Gorford leans over to garbage. It's okay. He didn't mean you.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, buddy.
So let's say garbage became the new Goblin King.
You have to
What
be a
could
goblin.
What?
Yeah, there's only like 3 rules for being the goblin chieftain. 1, you have to kill the previous chieftain. 2, you have to be a goblin, and no one remembers the third one.
Well, it's a theoretical. What could like garbage do that would make your life better?
My life.
Yeah.
I pretty much love where I'm at. I'm pretty pleased.
What about running the camp?
What about running the camp?
If one were to try to bribe you.
Oh, are you bribing me right now?
No, it's a theoretical. Come on.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, come on. Keep it with it.
Keep up.
So, thinking back, TikTok, when we were talking to him earlier, mentioned the possibility of a triumvirate. Now, if that means what I think it means, and I think it means that there'd be more than one chieftain, what if we 3 were to split some of those responsibilities so you keep your job right where it's at? Gorfit
that's
could be in
intriguing.
charge. Gorfit could be in charge of
That's
the,
very intriguing.
morale aspect of things. And then I could be in charge of the food as already the game warden.
Where would that
Right.
leave TikTok?
Well, dead.
Oh,
Hopefully
yeah. Sorry.
underneath the pile somewhere. Yes.
Underneath the pile.
What if we forced him into the terror cave?
Well, we cleared out a lot of the terrors of the Terror Cave.
Yeah, and they're
Not
sending a
to-
whole expedition in there. So, like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
What if he got lost on the expedition?
I don't know if he's going to
I don't think he's
volunteer to
going
go
on
on
the
the
expedition.
expedition, Gorfit.
Oh, that's fair, yeah.
He's not
He's not
really
really
the
get his
going
hands
out.
dirty kind of guy.
Right.
Well, then what
He
if
did it
he
once
met
and that
my
was enough
Gled
for him.
buddies? What?
I said he did it once, and that was enough for him.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, there
Now,
goes my ideas.
This whole triumvirate thing is
It
very
would make
interesting
it-
to me. I would be okay with that. Yeah.
It would certainly make our job of getting rid of his bugbears easier if it came to that. Not saying
Yeah,
that we
they're-
wouldn't be able to convince them to stand aside.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how he keeps them loyal, to be honest. So that might be something to look into if you want to overthrow him.
What do Crasp and Wasp think of this, or whatever their names are?
Yeah, that's you
Yeah.
nailed it. They're like
Their names are just going
kinda-
to change every time we mention them.
Yeah, every time. They're just kind of sitting over and munching on some rabbit they caught, and they were just kind of listening. They don't. Yeah.
Don't tell anyone. Just
I mean, guys, this is like Goblin 101. Come on, this is fine. This is not anything that we're concerned about.
you guys want to be in our triumvirate too?
Gorfit, don't just start offering producer credits willy nilly here.
We're gonna end up with a Goblin Congress if you're not careful.
Challenge
we hawk.
accepted.
Weehawk does pull out a couple of gold coins or whatever chunks of gold or whatever we found, and just like tosses one shiny each to the to Crasp and Lasp, knowing that he's probably going to be
buying
able to get them back.
Yeah, buying our silence, huh?
Is that what I'm doing?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it that. That works for us.
Good goblins.
That was easy.
Most goblins are. Well, I'll definitely think over this tonight, and we'll get back and we'll consider this whole triumvirate deal when we make our way back in here. I like this idea.
Goodness knows we've got the time.
That's true. Yeah. So when we wake up tomorrow, it'll be probably another 3-4 hours, and then we'll be at the village. Now,
Sounds
okay.
good.
Question: have you ever raided anything?
The fridge.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Hi. but actually,
I am more of a hunter than a raider, but I mean the whole stalk and kill paradigm
Yeah.
copies over
Yeah,
pretty
so
well to
those might come in
what
handy.
we're doing here today.
Yeah. So if you've never raided anything, especially big folk, they get real freaked out. They call for help immediately, and they will start beating you off with whatever they got nearby. They're just gonna try and get you, like, terrorize a little bit, because we want to make sure they're actually scared of us and not just thinking we're a bunch of rabble rousers. But primarily, we need to get supplies for the camp. We need to get some shinies, but we also need food, like a lot of food. We're running low, so whatever you can find,
Gotcha.
load it up. We have a whole extra
Tell me a
wolf
little
here
bit
to
about
load.
this village that we're heading to.
Okay, so it's a small little village. We don't want to go into the big towns yet. We're not big timers. There's probably 40 people that live there. We've raided them probably 6 times at this point, once every couple weeks. The only issue we ran into last time is that they had some real strong big folk that were like ready for us this time because we had come a couple times previously.
I have an idea. So we've always been trying to be like violent, right? Like that's kind of our modus operandi. So what if? Because I can make myself
you, though?
look like a big folk, and
Can you change sizes?
I can. It's called.
Because you are small. A small
I
big
can
folk.
look like a small big.
I
look
can
at a
actually
I think
make
I
myself
can,
look like a big
change
folk.
my thing by a few feet. Yeah, I can. Can't change your body type.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
gonna
like
be
a
1
small-
foot
a small
taller, so
fella.
I'm like,
And I can
Yeah.
use
So,
disguise self.
I can just sneak in and grab the stuff. That way we can.
with some stilts.
We can try to adopt a stealthy option. I could be
That
an
way,
adult.
I mean, we can do that and make our next trade
I
more.
was gonna say I could disguise
Sorry.
myself as an adult big folk with this handy dandy little trick I've got here. And Gorfit could disguise himself as a young big folk.
I even have a disguise kit, so you could be like another young big folk.
If you all want to try this, I'd be interested to see how it goes. I've got kind of a tried and true method when it comes to raiding. So if you want to give that a shot first, and then if it goes south, we can come in and get you.
Yeah, we need to have some
here's
sort of
my
sign.
next question. Weehawk is just sort of like staring at their little campfire.
Yeah.
He's like, Are these big folk buildings particularly flammable?
Yeah.
I feel like if we set them on fire, they're definitely
Well,
gonna
that's
come to kill us
what
all.
I mean is if things go south, that's our signal.
Listen for the screams, watch for the smoke.
That,
Okay, well, how about
that
this? We'll get
sounds
some
that
rest.
sounds
In
good.
the morning, y'all get ready, and then we'll head on out.
That sounds
Okay.
good.
Hey, Scrob, Prob, you guys
Good night,
good with this
Scrim.
plan? And they both nod.
Hey, hey, Weehawk.
Yeah, Gorford, what is it?
I'm not 100% sure he won't kill us in our sleep. So let's take turns tonight keeping watch.
If you're worried about it, then sure.
Good night, Scrim.
All right.
Sweet.
You guys sleep through the night, no problems.
Weehawk just sort of pretends to be asleep for a little while until he's sure that no
Yeah, no,
double
everyone goes to
crossing is
sleep
gonna
like
happen.
normal, no problems. It's all good. You wake up in the morning,
Okay.
you start disguising yourselves all fancy like, looking like them big folk.
Well, Weehawk's gonna wait until we're closer to the village because disguise
Oh,
self
it's
only
only an
lasts
hour.
an hour.
Yeah, so he gets you kind of to the perimeter of the forest near the village, and he's like, okay, this is the spot. You see all them buildings, and there's like 10 or 12 like pretty big, not big, pretty decent sized little huts, straw roofs, all that good jazz, mostly made of wood and mud. And then there's a couple of like
Perfect.
bigger buildings.
Exactly what I was anticipating. Once we get kind of within eye shot of the village, that's when Weehawk is going to, or maybe not within eye shot, but at least like
Yeah,
10 or 15 minutes away is when Weehawk's
yeah, you
gonna
can wait at the edge of
disguise
the perimeter
himself.
and do it there because like there's
So you know
like there's no one nearby there on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, why are we doing this during the day?
You raise it. You raise an excellent point.
Wait, should we just wait till night? I'm so sorry, but I mean, if we're trying to steal, I feel like sunlight's not our friend.
Well, I figured if y'all were disguising yourselves, then
Yeah, if we're gonna do the
You just
disguise
kinda wanna walk
plan,
in.
going in during the day is less suspicious.
I mean, I guess.
here's the only issue with this that I can think of. These are big folk. They got a tight little community. If they see an unknown big folk walking around, they're gonna wonder where you came from.
We can say we came from town or that we're someone's
We're just
cousin.
passing through.
What's a common big folk name?
Probably Jib.
Jib?
I feel like
Jim?
Jibbathy, maybe.
We are Jim's cousins, visiting from what's a big folk town?
There's a big folk town down the way. I don't know the name though.
We are Jim's cousins visiting from a town down the way. We forget the name of it though.
Maybe don't quote me on that.
We've never
Does that sound good?
had to name our own town before.
Yeah, right. They
Never-
don't just call their stuff the pile. They have like weird fancy names.
It's like I've never had to call my own phone before.
Did y'all still want to disguise, or do you want to wait till night, or what do you want to do? Otherwise, I'll just
Gorfit-
call it like I normally call it.
Gorfit, how committed are you to this non-violence option?
I mean, I prefer non-violence.
Then why are you on a raid?
You didn't let me finish my sentence. I said I prefer non-violence in the violentest way possible. Does he need to roll deception for that?
I have no idea what you just said.
That's fair.
So what I think he means by that is if we just cause enough mayhem, we might be able to get in and out unnoticed.
You see that
Maybe
really
we come-
tall building over there? Mm-hmm. On the edge of town? That's their storehouse.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bunch of food in there.
What does it look like? What is it made out of?
It seems to be mostly brick. So it's like a very sturdy, it's like the sturdiest of all of them.
I have an idea. What if we combine the plans? What if we light a couple of the outlying huts up during the night, cause a ruckus, get them running and screaming, and then me and Gorfit, in our disguises, join the running and screaming. People are going to be grabbing their belongings. They're going to be running around. Nobody will think twice about an adult big folk and a kid big folk carrying some bags of grain or bags of shinies or whatever and getting out of Dodge.
That's not a bad idea. I like. What do you think, little one?
Oh, me.
Yeah, you.
I mean, it works, I guess.
That's not a ringing endorsement if I ever heard it. Y'all smell that? You start sniffing,
Do we?
and you smell like a good amount of smoke. You look over to the town.
We was
and
looking
there's
around to see where the smoke came from.
Yeah, there's a couple roofs on fire over in the town, and you start hearing some screaming.
Weehawk looks at both of them and he's like, did I just like think that into
Did you just
existence?
manifest that? Like what?
I didn't. We didn't say go. We're a Casp and Wasp.
Casp and Last are with you. They're looking over there confused too.
Oh no.
He's like counting the arrows in his quiver. He's like, I didn't shoot any flaming arrows at their
1, 2,
houses yet.
4. And as you keep hearing this, the screaming kind of grows and grows, and then you see a big greenskin running around the corner, chasing some of the other big folk.
A big
And
one.
it looks like there's some orcs.
Well, boys, this sounds like mayhem to me. And
Mayhem indeed. Scrim saddles up and runs in.
I was gonna. Weehawk just goes. All right, so on 3, we just run in there. 1, 2.
Scrim's already gone.
3.
He's already got it.
He like looks
End of
around.
episode.
Scrim's gone. He like giddy ups his wolf and takes off after him.